I've heard quite a bit about you, Ning Tian. Lin Xiaoyao folded his arms, his voice louder now. A waste of 3 years, unfit to stand beside the Empress. I wonder, do you even have the courage to defend her honor? Or is that too much to ask from someone like you? The insult hung in the air like a challenge waiting to be answered. Ning Tian's eyes narrowed slightly. Inwardly, he was amused. He could already hear the system's voice buzzing in the back of his mind, listing the achievements he was about to unlock. Before anyone could speak, Lin Xiaoyao took a step closer, the sneer on his face deepening. I propose a duel. A little test, if you will. Let's see if you're truly as useless as everyone says. A murmur swept through the crowd. The idea of Ning Tian, the so-called waste, fighting a prodigy like Lin Xiaoyao was too absurd to take seriously. But Ning Tian's response stunned everyone. Fine, he said, his voice calm but carrying an edge of steel. I accept your challenge. The hall fell silent. The guests exchanged bewildered glances. Even the elders looked taken aback. He accepted. Is he mad? This fool has no idea what he's doing. Luo Wuqing, from her place on the dais, blinked in surprise. Her lips pressed into a thin line beneath her veil, and for a moment, her cold, calculating expression softened. What game was Ning Tian playing? The atmosphere inside the hall shifted as the duel was set into motion. Lin Xiaoyao's scornful laugh echoed against the high walls. I admire your bravery, Lin Xiaoyao said, his eyes glinting with malice. I'll make this simple for you. I'll seal half my strength, only using the power of a Xuanwu master. It wouldn't be fair otherwise, after all. Another wave of laughter rippled through the crowd. Half his strength. He's being generous. Ning Tian won't last a second. Ignoring the jeers, Ning Tian stood calmly, watching Lin Xiaoyao with a gaze that was both serene and unsettling. There was no fear in his eyes, only quiet determination. Whenever you're ready, Prince, Ning Tian said with a slight bow, his smile unwavering. The audience gasped at the audacity. Lin Xiaoyao's grin faltered for a moment before he straightened and strode to the center of the hall. Come then, let's see what the Empress's groom is made of, Lin Xiaoyao sneered. Ning Tian cracked his knuckles, stepping forward without a hint of hesitation. His posture was casual, his movements fluid and unhurried, as though he were preparing for a leisurely stroll instead of a duel with a prodigy. Lin Xiaoyao scoffed. I'll even let you make the first move. It won't matter in the end. Ning Tian gave a small nod, accepting the offer with a grin. You're too kind. And then, without warning, he struck. The moment Ning Tian's palm shot forward, the air around him shifted. A dark, swirling energy coalesced around his hand, transforming the simple palm strike into something far more terrifying. Lin Xiaoyao's smirk faded as he sensed the immense power radiating from Ning Tian's attack. His instincts screamed at him to lift the seal on his strength, but before he could react, the demonic aura crashed into him like a tidal wave. Boom! The force of the impact sent Lin Xiaoyao flying backward, slamming him into a stone pillar with a deafening crack. Blood sprayed from his mouth as he crumpled to the ground, stunned and disoriented. The hall erupted into chaos. Impossible! That's the Sky Demon Palm. How could he know it? The elders of the demon sect shot to their feet, their eyes wide with disbelief. The Sky Demon Palm was one of the most difficult techniques to master. Only a handful of people in the sect had ever achieved proficiency in it. The grand wedding ceremony had concluded, and the bustling hall of the Sky Demon sect was now empty. Under the dim glow of lanterns, Ning Tian found himself in the bridal chamber, facing the most challenging encounter of the day, his wedding night with Empress Luo Wuqing. He knew the Empress wasn't the type to let a man touch her easily. Even though they were officially married, the cold beauty's aura screamed unapproachability. But Ning Tian wasn't the type to give up so easily. His thoughts churned. I'm her husband now. If not for the system, I'd have no chance at surviving in this sect. Who knows how much attention she'll pay me after this night. I need to use every resource I have to secure my place in this world. Determined, Ning Tian activated his system. Activate charming physique. A faint shimmer rippled through his body, enhancing his natural allure. His confidence swelled as he gazed at his wife, reclining lazily with an indifferent expression. Wife, Ning Tian called softly, a mischievous smile curling his lips. Luo Wuqing raised an eyebrow, intrigued by his boldness. Yes. Ning Tian leaned closer, his voice low and playful. A single spring night is worth 1,000 pieces of gold. Shouldn't we make the most of it? The Empress's cold, enchanting gaze locked onto him. You might be able to use that little physique of yours to toy with some young girls, but you can't handle me. Her words stung, but Ning Tian refused to back down. As expected of the Empress, he thought. Her heart is unshakable. Before he could respond, she stood gracefully, her every movement elegant yet dangerous. Without a word, she slipped the towel from her nightdress, revealing smooth, flawless skin beneath. Ning Tian's breath hitched, his mind going blank for a moment. She stepped toward him, her cold beauty drawing nearer. Then, with an amused smile, she leaned close to his ear and whispered, "You want it, but you don't dare." Ning Tian swallowed hard. Her proximity was intoxicating, yet her teasing words made his blood boil. He clenched his fists. "Who said I don't dare?" he shot back, his tone both defiant and desperate. Luo Wuqing's lips curled into a faint smirk. "Then who will stop you?" she asked softly. For a moment, Ning Tian felt a surge of confidence. "I can't let her look down on me." He straightened, ready to make his move. But before he could act, an invisible pressure crashed down on him, rooting him in place. His limbs refused to respond, as though the air itself had become solid iron shackles. What did you do to me?" Ning Tian gasped, panic creeping into his voice. The Empress's smile remained serene. "Nothing much," she said lightly. "I merely suppressed you with a bit of my aura." She turned and walked back to the bed, her posture as relaxed as if she had swatted a fly. "Tonight," she said over her shoulder, "you can sleep standing up." Ning Tian gritted his teeth in frustration. "Hey, let me go. This isn't fair. If you're so strong, let's fight properly, on the bed, with real swords and guns." Luo Wuqing chuckled, amused by his audacity, but her gaze carried the weight of absolute authority, making it clear she had no intention of indulging him tonight. "Damn it, she really isn't going to let me go," Ning Tian thought bitterly. "The gap between us is too big. For now, I'll have to endure. But sooner or later, I'll make sure she understands that while the world is vast, and the heavens even more so, her husband is the greatest of all." Just as he resolved himself to wait for the right moment, the system's familiar voice echoed in his mind. "System notice, cultivation improvement increased threefold." Ning Tian grinned inwardly. "Even if I can't win tonight, I'll make sure that the next time, things will be different." And so, under the silent gaze of the cold Empress, Ning Tian stood frozen, quietly cultivating and biding his time for the day he would turn the tables.